This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
I'm here for Peter.
Well, you're in luck, Low Hellfire. There's plenty of Peter this episode for episode 69. Welcome back to the Ultimate Spider Cast. I am Phil, joining me as always, as I said.
Low Hellfire.
That's right. Still there, I hope. So, today we are covering just 2 issues. Remember, we did 3 and 4, so back to 2 issues. This time we're covering Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man 94 and 95 from September and October 1984. Continuing the saga of the Black Costume. We are here to discuss, 94-95 by Al Milgrom, story and pencils. Remember him? Jim Mooney finishes. Ooh. Danny Fingeroth, editor, and Charlie Esser's favorite, Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief. Shooter, yeah.
Pow, pow.
Shooter, yeah. Remember the water boy?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, it starts off with oh, jeez. The title of issue 94, really? How?
It's so long.
I know. You know how I love those long titles. How are you going to keep them down at the morgue after they've seen NYC? Good Lord. It's not even a good long title.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember, in the last Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, the answer, remember him? The answer?
What was the question?
Brought a body to the Kingpin, and now in his fancy laboratory in his building, the Kingpin has his scientists working on it.
He has top men working on it, Philip. Top men.
Just like you.
Oh!
It's episode 69, people. You're going to expect that.
Stay classy, Phil. Stay classy.
You stay classy down there in Florida, woman. So, yes, the answer saying how, soon the Kingpin will have an assassin worthy of him.
So many people would like to have a word with you, Mr. Fisk.
The scientist.
Or as I like to call him, Mr. Wilson! Like, honestly, everybody that comes after him is just Dennis the Menace, Matt, Pete, freaking Frank. I'm just like, he's still around! You guys suck at your job.
Well, Spider-Man and Daredevil don't try to kill usually, but yeah, that Punisher's bad at his job. But yes, the scientists are trying to revive the body of one long dead. So, The Walking Dead?
Oh, how opportune a timing.
Only 10 seasons in, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be on forever. It's the next Supernatural. # deal with that.
Next Law & Order SVU.
Oh, jeez.
On its 21st episode. These are the stories
that no one cares about because all your favorite characters are dead!
Oh, we still never brought that up on Capes, did we? That, Christopher Maloney's getting his, an SVU spinoff, right?
Away from Mariska. Uh-oh. Yeah. Put that down for next week.
Yes, ma'am. The figure in question cannot truly be said to be dead. His mortal form was significantly altered and brought back from the brink of death once before. Clues. What's more, the energies used to dispatch him this time were of most unusual origin. They seem to have merely displaced his life force, not to have snuffed it.
Where's the red alert button, Philip?
Kingpin, I must confess to a certain amusement at the irony in using an old rival as my assassin. Still, I question just how efficient such a creature can be. My standards are high.
Are they though?
I was gonna say, really? Well, no, his standards are kind of high. I mean, he kills guys who fail him, so I say those are pretty high.
As you should with all bad henchmen. I mean, it's kind of buried in the henchman's, rule book, but it's there.
I love how Lilith's like, oh yeah, that Grubhub guy brought me the wrong burger, so I snapped his neck.
He came to the point. He came too close to my door, so I opened up the trap door and let the tiger eat him there.
Tiger Queen.
No, I don't believe in zoos actually. So
just feeding people to them. Armadillo Queen.
Exactly.
So yeah, we see big flashes of light. No one can look into it. Not even the answer. Only the Kingpin, because he stares right at the sun.
Well, he's always staring out that damn window in his office, so
I know, but a lot of times he has shades and stuff, and half the time you see him looking out, it's nighttime. But yeah,
he's there all day. That's to imply the passage of time. He's been there all day, drinking a brandy, twirling his non-existent mustache, ruling the underworld with an iron fist. Hey-o.
An iron fist.
The crossover nobody wanted.
But only these true egotistical geniuses stare directly at the sun,
That's right.
I love my president, no comment.
Lil Hellfire loves the FBI and the CIA is what she's saying. So, yes, look, the body, it's moving. Its arm, it's moving. So, yes, this will be my agent of destruction, an assassin that cannot be stopped because he is already dead. Get it?
How can you kill what has no life?
A dark figure against the light, but across town.
Meanwhile, in the shack,
the darkness and light are two separate figures, Cloak and Dagger. Straight from their canceled Freeform show.
Too soon, Philip. Too soon. Charlie, don't make Charlie cry.
I know. I'm sorry, Charlie.
Excelsior!
They're breaking up some street thugs. Where'd they come from? Who cares? I'm Holden. Let's beat it. This dialogue. Yes, because they're against drug dealers, so... Shut up and run. I heard about them. They're bad news. But then Dagger gets all weak in the knees, literally. Who wrote this, Lilith? I felt a pain and a tug. It says some of my light was being pulled from me.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. The artificial drugs that were injected into us, an experiment on runaway children by organized crime, gave you your curse of darkness. So it's bad when you're telling the person who's part of your origin about your origin.
In case you never heard of Cloak and Dagger like me.
Oh, Cloak, this weakness gives me the I feel dizzy and exposition.
They're like the Silvermane's Wonder Twins, whatever.
I know. I feel dizzy and full of exposition.
Love it. Save that drop, Philip. We're gonna need it a lot.
But in all the time we've had these abilities, I've never felt like this before. One of the crooks are stupid enough to stop and turn around and say, "What's the matter? Your girlfriend don't look so hot. You need a fix? That's why you're chasing us for this?" Oh. So Cloak turns scum. Yes, I still have an addiction, a far greater than any you can understand, where your puny poisons could instill. You spoke of a price. I will pay you in coin far greater than you could ever dream, but to collect it, you must enter the dark dimension that is my body.
I mean, I've never been like a huge fan of Cloak and Dagger. I'm just saying. It's weird, a little creepy, and a little, maybe they should have gave it like 20 years before they tried this so we could have some people that were a little more woke writing this. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe this should have been like an all ages book, maybe, or like a mature book, not an all ages book.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you're dealing with.
I mean, that Freeform show, from what I saw, like the first 4 episodes, I was like, okay, this could have been something.
Well, yeah, it's Freeform, man.
Yeah. You know they use the S word?
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, this used to be ABC Family.
I was on super connectivity, Lilith. I had to watch every episode of Cloak and Dagger, okay? Come on.
I mean, that wasn't the only show, though. Like, that's a standard thing now.
Oh, yeah.
At like 9 o'clock at night, you hear the S word and you're like, wait, am I in Canada? Or...
I'm trying to remember.
They get the code on, like, the regular channels in Canada, in case you don't know.
Eh? So, yes, Cloak envelops him in his cloak.
In his darkness! Get it?
I get it. The dark dimension that is my body. Who is this? You?
Bro. Yeah.
At last.
Is that my superpower? Is that what happens when I drink and I black out?
I mean, seriously, this is you. The men run to you. Then it's like, at last the darkness can feast.
Get them, armadillos. Get them.
You know that darkness in your soul.
Yes, my black void. I know.
Whoa,
I'm a Janet. That's okay.
Keep your black void.
But that was, yeah, let's get to something more fun.
Yeah, so Cloak lets the guys out, and they're like, it was so cold. So, yeah, him and...
I love how, like, meanwhile, let's get back to the guy that's actually the book we're writing.
I'm assuming some time has passed, because the whole Cloak and Dagger thing looks like it took place at night, and Peter looks like he's walking down the street in the morning or something.
Yeah, he is. It's like the afternoon, yeah.
Boy, things have taken a turn for the worse. My falling out with Aunt May. Get it? Take a drink.
Oh my God! Can we shut up about Aunt May and the black suit? Just one issue. Just give me one issue.
The whole thing with Aunt May, then I have the big blow up with the black cat. Why can't I have a nice normal relationship like the one I had with Gwen Stacy before she died?
Because you suck.
So you want a chick who whines every 2 seconds? Or just cries at the drop of a hat?
Hey, Gwen Stacy fans, get them. At Nightwing PDP. Get them.
Hey, wait till we cover that first appearance on Morbius, man.
I know.
Gwen Stacy's just weeping all over that phone.
It's not her fault. It was the men of the time. Not very many could write good women characters.
Oh, we're going to get there in a couple minutes. Hold on.
Yes, speaking of.
Yes, I wish I had a nice happy marriage like Harry Osborn and Liz.
Should we tell him?
Well, Harry's cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, Pete.
Exactly. I mean, just look at okay.
Oh, Harry, Liz, I was just thinking of you, and there you are. Why not? You were supposed to meet us for lunch with Shashawn.
Uh-oh. We're getting an intervention, baby.
Wait a minute.
But you can't have an intervention at a place called Smokey's. That's all I'm saying.
Didn't we talk about Smokey's and Batman? Wasn't it like a pool hall?
No, that was Sharky's, honey.
Oh, okay. It sounds like I mean, okay, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's a barbecue place, but it's like...
Not the best place to have an intervention.
It almost sounds like a...
DeFalco Bologna.
Oh, it almost sounds like a sports bar, cigarette bar, or cigar
lounge.
Yeah. Even Harry says, this is the restaurant you chose? Peter, my lad, you travel strictly first class all the way.
He's like, we go way back, but you ain't got to be so damn sarcastic. I love it. Plus, he loves hot chili. Really?
The hottest chili in town.
Like, come on. Really? Pete is about as milquetoast as it gets. I don't believe it. Maybe it's the symbiote. I don't know.
Use some of that Oliver Queen chili.
That man tolerated it.
So, yes, they go in. Harry's getting some ribs. Of course, Peter gets his chili. Shashawn's not eating. She has no appetite.
They don't have chopsticks on me.
Oh, racist alert.
Whole issue. Don't blame me.
Get up on that microphone, woman.
I am. Okay. It is what it is.
She wants to talk about Flash. He has been sneaking out early in the mornings. Won't tell me where he goes. Wait
a minute. These are his closest friends? That boy is in trouble.
Harry and Peter, yeah. He sneaks out, and when he heads home, he is bruised and battered as if he's been in a fight because he's a hobgoblin suspect, remember? bruises, fights. What could he possibly... Oh, no. What is it, Pete? Do you know what Flash is up to? No, I just found out why they call this killer Chili.
Oh, my God. So, apparently Spider-Man can go on the hot ones. I don't know if you guys know that show where they eat the spicy hot wings or whatever. No? Okay.
No.
Google it. You'll be in for a treat.
And Harry's just like...
He's drinking water. You're supposed to drink milk, dummy. Or soda. That's soda.
I was going to say, maybe they don't have milk there.
Wow. Bread, crackers, something. You're a scientist, Pete.
Yeah, but he's not smart, remember. I do love Harry, though. He's just like, look, Shoshone, I sympathize, but Flash is a big boy now. He doesn't have to answer to us. Meanwhile, I'm trying to fight off a big takeover of my company.
Are you though? Because you're an idiot, too.
Let me make it about me. Well, his people are probably fighting. His lawyers are probably fighting.
You know, that's that Osborn gene. That selfishness, insanity, and amnesia, and prone to resurrections.
And I just love Harry. He's like, yeah, everything will work out. And then he grabs Liz by the hand. Come on, Liz.
I like how he's blonde in that one panel.
Yes, because the color. It's we're almost like staring at them from the ceiling fan or something. Yeah, I don't know. And of course, Flash comes walking up because he found a note, to see where Shoshone was going. And of course, he picks the exact moment.
Looking into her eyes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Peter's holding Shoshone's hand and looking at her. So boy, Lilith Hellfire's not the only one here for Peter. That explains why my old pal Pete gave me the bum's rush when I tried to tell him about my problems with Shoshone. I knew he knew he was the cause of the problems. I ought to bust his head.
Yes, please do.
I
wouldn't want to fight neither.
I'll show them. If my plans work out, they'll both be sorry. And I love how he's wearing like a football jersey as he says this.
Number 12.
That's my IQ.
Basically.
But then, meanwhile, back to Kingpin's laboratory.
What's causing the delay, damn it? Crack that whip.
The body's alive, but the level of consciousness is of a most primal nature. He responds only to basic stimuli. So
Salmon Grundy? Is that you?
He's pretty much impossible to control. The solution? Luckily, we have the answer.
But I didn't ask a question. A submission collar? Okay.
Submission collar.
Sure.
Man,
Sure.
Like they use, like they use on dogs with the electric fence, where Lilith Hellfire uses on her men.
Yeah, I'd never use it on a dog. That's just cruel.
But boyfriends, no problem.
I got it in writing. It's fine.
Oh, good lord. Bulletproof will stand her up in court. Well done. Now we just adjust the frequency.
So just crank that out to 11.
We can inflict massive pain. As you see, he responds. Again, this is you. Now that we have his attention, you can give him orders on a subliminal level.
Ooh, subliminal. Fancy.
So Peter's Kingpin's like, oh, I have an assignment for him. But then meanwhile, we see Peter coming home.
This is Muggins.
Look, trying to eavesdrop. She wants to hear that floozy on the other side of the door,
It's like, he already paid you, Miss Muggins. Go on, get out of here.
So Peter's like, I'll have some fun. So puts the black costume in one hand, shoots a web to the ceiling, and swings up so she doesn't hear him coming up the steps. And taps her on the shoulder. Can I help you?
Oh, he could have killed her. Look at that. That's damn near a heart attack face.
He could have killed her with a heart attack. Alibi.
Muggins is mean. It only takes one thing to set him off.
He wouldn't want to do that, would he?
I mean, maybe not him, but something he keeps in that apartment, maybe.
Exactly. So Peter walks in and thinks, I better call Felicia. Or, hello, Felicia.
Yeah. Don't call me Felicia.
I'm your black cat, and you're my spider.
Like, she is deep into this cosplay, homie. She has lost her mind. Not so Karen, okay?
I still haven't totally forgiven you for the fight we had the other night. Then she's thinking, on the other hand, I can't forget how you swung to my rescue when you thought I was being menaced by the answer.
There's an asterisk!
Last issue. You didn't know I was really helping him in order to repay the debt I have the Kingpin. Oh man, another woman feeling the influence of exposition.
They can't help it.
All right, you can come.
It's a part of your ovaries, apparently.
Whoa. You know that one time, that certain time of the month when women feel this need to exposit all this information. All right, you can come over, but don't keep me waiting. Bye.
Tell him, Felicia. Tell him.
And Peter's thinking, I don't have to keep her waiting with this handy dandy new costume.
I don't like the way he's swinging around, bro. Like
it never makes me keep an eager female waiting. Ego.
Then some guys running around.
All this pressure fighting the Beyonder and the Blob, Will Killer, White Dragon, and the Answer in rapid succession.
I mean, how many issues are you gonna plug, homie? How many?
All of them! See recent Spidey titles for all this action.
Thank you, Danny.
Then he sees a flower shop. Hey, flowers! These will be just a ticket to make Felicia forget.
Here's Willy Wonka running around.
How did we know when they hung up the phone? How did we not say bye, Felicia?
Because we don't say that till the end of the podcast now.
No, it's a thwip, remember?
I know. I'm just teasing you.
Hey, buddy, watch out for the flowers. Because some guy comes running up all panicked. They warned me not to cross him. Warned me to stick to my own loan sharking territory, but I didn't listen. Now he's going to kill me. Who? The Kingpin, that's who. Could only have been the Kingpin. What did he send after you? What are you running from? A monster. Busted up my headquarters? Sorable? What kind of crook called their place headquarters?
A henchman.
What?
A henchman?
I know, but I thought this was the loan sharker in charge or whatever.
They can't decide if it's organized crime or a racket or gangsters. You know, like, they don't know.
Those are my men trying to stop it, but they won't stop it. Nothing can stop it.
But honestly, like, I would just, let the monster get him. He's an organized crime. He's not an innocent bystander.
This guy literally says he's a loan shark, but then Spider-Man leaps off. He's like, we'll see about that. If you were trying to muscle in on the Kingpin's action, you must be involved in organized crime. Duh, I just said that.
I know.
You're talking about exposition.
Hey, that costume must make you dumb. I bet you Eddie Brock was a bright guy.
So I'll leap over.
All this tumult is about? Who says that? I guess tumultuous. You can be tumultuous and you can be tumult. Who knew?
They're falling like 10 pins. Oh no, it can't be him. He's dead. Next page. It's Silvermane.
Literally no.
And I'm sure like half our audience is like, who? So now
somebody needs the shekel. Yes, that's all that's about.
Peter's feeling, oh yeah, did Milgram create, who created him? Yeah, so Peter's feeling exposition-y, so he's thinking, how can it be? He's cheated death a second time? He was murdered by Cloak and Dagger, then revived in his bionic form, only to be killed by them again.
That character is created by Stan Lee with the art by John Buscema. So
that's right. He was in those early like ASM issues, the tablet of time and all that garbage. Yep. But the last time he was a cyborg and Spider-Man was battling him on a subway train. And he got past me and almost got his revenge on Cloak, but finally Dagger nailed him with her light knives. Last I saw, they're hauling him out of there, out of the subway towards a waiting ambulance, and they weren't in any hurry. The man was.
This is funny that they did that because remember the first time he came back and he wanted to like take over the criminal underworld, but the Green Goblin Bart came back or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, I see what you did there, kids.
But yes, the whole last encounter took place in Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man number 70. I was so lost in my thoughts, I almost got crushed by that dead man.
The man was dead. Oh my god.
Oh my lord. Can you give me the secrets of your longevity? Is it true your robot body was made by Timex, takes a licking, and keeps on ticking?
Well, hope they got paid for that.
I know. So, yeah. Silvermane just coming after him, kicking fire hydrants, and he's got a vacant stare even colder than his metal body. It's not like he's even seeing what he's doing. It's like he's looking...
He's straight up Frankenstein.
It looks like he's looking
Look
over...
at him!
I know, it looks like he's looking over from the other side of death. So he tries to slow him down with some webbing, punching him. He's like, he barely flinched. I nearly broke my hand. And he's fast. And meanwhile, got a new king in the selfies. The answer is on a nearby rooftop.
As you do.
Kingpin, is the picture coming through? Do I have to stand here with this giant antenna on my head?
Move a little to the left. The reception's bad. A little to the left, please.
A little to the left, Tristan.
You were still breathing, so I assumed you were okay.
And that's the best parenting advice you can give a kid nowadays, because they're soft!
Oh my. That's right, kids.
Suck it!
I'm somewhat perturbed to see how easily Silvermane was distracted from his primary target. After all, it would be a far greater test of his abilities than the elimination of that petty usurper? Shouldn't it be usurper?
I guess that got past editing.
Wah, wah. Of course, I don't want Silvermane to kill Spider-Man. That would interfere with my ultimate revenge, using his woman against him.
Oh, I guess it means somebody who lends money at an excessive rate. So, loan shark. Like usury. Yes. I guess that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, kids, you learn something new here every day. So next time you talking to your bookie. Silvermane.
Play freemium games now. That's the real loan shark of the modern world. It's like, I'll spend $50 for gems. Just give it to me. I can't be waiting 10 minutes for this damn farm to be done.
Farm? Damn, Fortnite. So Silvermane's thrown a bus. Spider-Man tackles the people out of the way, but then he gets caught by his leg, and Silvermane's just...
He got whipped. Look at that. Snoink.
Silvermane just goes all hulking on Spider-Man like he's Loki.
Yeah, hand it to him. He needs it. He's got a real chip on his shoulder.
He's killing me. Can't break his grip. Got to try some webbing.
In the face! How appropriate for for episode 69. Somebody gets webbed in the face.
Stay classy, love.
It's the Florida. It's contagious.
No good. It doesn't faze him. He just keeps flailing away. He's like a machine. A deadly machine. Because Silvermane's just beating him.
He's a smashing success,
Oh, jeez. Okay, Kona. Look, Silvermane is beating Spider-Man. This calls for celebration. I fear not. And Kingpin's worried about the crowd because he wanted,
He needs discreetness, okay?
I feared this undead body lacks the necessary finesse. So he says, have Silvermane release Spider-Man and return at once. Silvermane isn't responding. He won't release Spider-Man. He won't return. Uh-oh.
That's strange.
But meanwhile, last page, see Black Cat pacing her apartments thinking, how dare Spider-Man keep me waiting? Maybe he found some mousy little girl who likes him as that Peter Parker person. I'll bet that's it.
Burn!
Oh. Get it? Cat, mouse, get it? Why, I wouldn't even take him back now if he came crawling on his knees. So then there's a knock on the door. Who's that? Well, it's Spider-Man crawling on his knees. Cat, it was Silvermane.
Got to be stopped, Cat.
No, he's too strong. Only ones who can stop him. Got to find them, Cat. Got to find Cloak and Dagger.
Stay tuned, kids. The dagger at the end of the tunnel for next issue.
Get it?
Waka waka.
Not light. Get it? Dagger? Light? Get it? So we continue to issues 95. Let's see what Gem makes.
That was a lot of setup. That's all I'm going to say. That was a lot of setup.
I know. So 95. That is the dagger at the end of the tunnel. So the cat has helped Spider-Man home.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that's a bait and switch cover. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
Why?
The first one for 94. Because it's like, we didn't really get a lot of Black Cat. We didn't get a lot of anything. This issue's more, this cover's more true to form.
Yeah.
And they're always on a damn rooftop hurt. Like, maybe this is a sign of a bad relationship. I don't know.
Hey, don't kink shame.
True. My bad.
Thanks, Kat. I can't tell Sylvie didn't break anything, but I don't know when I felt this week. I've been feeling a little...
He's been feeling a little worn out lately, and it ain't from hanging out with Felicia, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey-oh. Why could he be all tired and lethargic lately?
That's the man that says that to the woman, so
but
I do appreciate that.
Don't talk.
Yeah.
The best thing is get into a nice warm bed and sleep.
Got a responsibility! I'm gonna go ahead and say, Future Lilith, take a drink.
But, Felicia says she'll find the Silvermane. He's like, no, Cat, he's too dangerous. And what that loan shark said, it all ties in with the Kingpin. It's too much for you to handle alone. You're just a lowly woman.
Well, she ain't gonna stand there and take that.
She promises, and he says, good, I'll get up in a few minutes, and fall asleep.
Promise me.
So she swings off. See how long that promise lasts.
Well, she didn't really confirm that promise, so I'm gonna go ahead and be like, it's cool.
Well, she says, he acts like I'm helpless without him, but I'll keep my promise. If only because getting involved might reveal my connection to the Kingpin. I'd hate for my lover to find out that one of his greatest enemies is responsible for giving my cat-like abilities. Exposition!
I mean, literally, it's like every other issue they remind you.
Mm-hmm.
So we were right on time for that one.
But then meanwhile, Silvermane is just crashing through town, breaking everything in sight.
Poor New York City.
So somehow the answer's back with the Kingpin, but the camera is still on Silvermane because he left the remote television unit. The scientists still can't figure out where they went wrong.
But somebody's filming his revival, so
it's as if there's some outside force calling him. So,
the pain, the humanity.
Yes, because we see Cloak and Dagger after we see Silvermane tunnel under the street and go to, it seems like me and Little Hellfire talking about this place a lot lately, the sewer.
See before the bat.
Oh, comics.
Talk about your underworld.
Oh, Lord. Listen to this exposition. As always, I have the answer. Remember, because he's the answer. As you know, we learned...
Yet or what? I'm sick of this guy.
I hate these guys that announce their name every sentence. As you know, we learned that Dagger's light knives were responsible for driving the life force of Silvermane's body, and she somehow absorbed that force. Apparently, when she did, she formed a link between the two of them. Now that they've revived, and he seeks her out, his body craving those energies that once were his. I wouldn't be surprised if he too.
That's not hashtag rapey at all. Sure.
Subtext.
Terrible subtext. Only homoeroticism is acceptable subtext. I'm just gonna say that, and y'all can at me. That's the only acceptable subtext.
That's right. Lilith loves that man on man.
Or woman on woman.
Oh, yes.
We just don't get a lot of that. It's fine.
We need more of that. Cloak, it's happening again. The moment we stepped out of your cape back into the tangible world, I felt hurt, weak. Because they're at
interdimensional travel will do that to you?
What are you talking about? Jet lag? But now it's back worse than ever. A gnawing pain from which even this church we made our haven can't grant me sanctuary.
So drained of my light. Oh my god, she's such a drama queen.
Well, she can't feed Cloak's darkness either.
I know. I'm okay with that.
What can we do, Cloak? I wish I knew. But meanwhile, Peter Parker's Spider-Man suit is enveloping him as he sleeps and taking him out for a swing. And then the black cat sees him swing by. But she's like, Spider, what are you doing out of bed? How do you like that? He pretended not to hear me. Well, that's the way he wants to play it. The black cat can pull a solo act too. Then the cat says something about... He said something about the girl called Dagger being the key to defeating Silvermane. I've got resources of my own. Let's see who can find Dagger first. So...
Those outcasts in the sewers.
That's right. But elsewhere, back at the Kingpin's place, we finally find out why this thing's going to take a turn.
Yeah.
The outcast in the sewers, because Vanessa is what is she like in her spirit seems
it's always the wife.
Yeah.
It's always the wife.
Oh look, we get a editor's note that's on a Spider-Man one.
Daredevil 180, baby.
That's right.
Thank you, Danny.
Oh Vanessa, I would give much to restore you to me. My empire means nothing without you by my side to share it.
Oh, isn't it romantic that he'll go to there's nothing, no line he won't cross to save his wife. Isn't that romantic, ladies? Or is it just creepy?
Okay, Joker and Harley. I mean, but he says that, but then every time she asks him to give up his life for crime, he won't do it.
Because he's a hypocrite.
So basically, he would do anything for love, but he won't do that.
He's himself!
Just needs the mullet. Oh my god.
But we know who to call for if they don't want D'Onofrio back. We know who to call now.
Answer, have you acted on our plan to produce Dagger? Yes, I've spoken to the Rose. You know, just coincidentally. Has nothing to do with any of your family. I spoke to the Rose.
You know, he's gardening in broad daylight in a mask. You know, it's fine.
He's a fancy man.
Totally.
You know, your son the fancy man?
I'm not a fancy man.
Yes, I've spoken to the Rose. He didn't seem happy about it, but he's going ahead with the plan.
A few hours later in another part of the city.
Yes, because after we see the Rose gardening, yes, Spider-Man's still swinging around asleep. He's
sleep swinging? I don't think a girl will accept that answer. I'm just saying.
Sleep swing. Hey, welcome to episode 69.
She's working the docks, though, so there's that.
Yeah, Felicia's talking to some shady figures. Oh yeah, because there's a huge heroin deal going down on the docks, and she's like, that's the kind of action that would attract Cloak and Dagger. They'll go after the smack. Yeah, big drug deal, say.
Where'd you come from? Dirt.
Yeah, so we see some street fellows or Jones in for a fix.
Jones and Batman, look at that guy climbing a fence. Sticking to it, one of the two.
And Cloak and Dagger show up, and as they pop back into this dimension, we see down in the sewers still Silvermane detects Dagger and changes course.
He must have his light. He must have it.
My precious.
Yeah, basically.
So,
dope.
Give us the dope on that dope. So Dagger hits the guys with her light knives. Hey, I don't need a fix anymore. So the thug...
Look at that guy's face as he gets hit by the those light orbs. Yeah, that doesn't look like a dagger to me, but maybe that's just me.
Well, you see phallic symbols everywhere, so
doesn't mean that it's not there.
So they're like, oh, hey, thanks, lady. We'll give you the information.
My back. Sure, buddy.
What?
Sure.
Oh,
He
yeah.
says the off his back.
So the Cloak and Dagger leave, and then Silvermane pops out of the sewers.
Well, that's not what you want.
And the guys take off. And then, meanwhile, the suit brings Pete back to his apartment, lays him down in bed where he wakes up. Another nightmare? No wonder I've been sleeping well lately. I feel bush like I haven't slept at all. So he puts his suit on, thinks, I better call Felicia. That's funny, there's no answer. She wouldn't try to tackle Silvermane alone. She's just a loopy dame.
Wow.
Yeah. So he has no opportunity to say bye, Felicia. So he's thinking about all his friends, about how an ordinary existence would be great. And we always see Shashawn and Flash, as Flash is leaving with some fellows.
Morning flasher, old boy? Oh, dear. Are we in the Catskills, or?
Aye, governor. Who are these?
Yikes.
Who are these? Australian Skrulls?
Don't summon Ray. It's too early in the morning for him right now.
Oh, yeah, he's probably still sleeping. And then we see Harry and Liz for one panel. Liz can't wait for the baby to be born. You know, that...
Normie.
Normie, that's psycho. But
Most, not appropriate name.
Well, when you think about it, yeah, you're basically naming your baby after a psychopath. I know it's the grandfather, but still.
Yeah, but Normie, he's not normal. He's never going to be normal. Just annoying.
Not Normie. But Harry's thinking that he's worried about his business. Then we get a panel of Aunt May. Her and Nathan are having money trouble.
Just when he gets mad, just wheel him out somewhere and put the brakes on it.
How dare you?
And at the office of the Daily Bugle, because we haven't seen that place in a while in this book.
Because Betty Brant.
She's Betty Leeds now, homie.
She's so lonely because Ned's always away. She's going to have to find solace in the arms of another man. I wouldn't want to be married to me neither.
And being editor-in-chief is hard. We see you, Shooter. You told them to put that in there. We get it.
This job is so hard. But meanwhile, the only person in Peter Parker's cast who's really seemed happy is J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, ordinary folks don't know how easy they have it.
He's like, it's a good decision to turn everything over to Joe Robertson. Well, the second best decision I just made. Because, what decision did we make? For the secret of Jonah's big decision, see The Amazing Spider-Man Annual 18 on sale this August.
Thank you, Danny.
Nothing brings more joy and happiness than marrying a younger woman. Trust me.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
So we see Peter swinging around looking for some clues. See? And he's...
Hey, maybe that is the answer. I don't think a payphone's anyone's answer, but sure.
Well, if you're looking for hepatitis, maybe. Especially in the middle of New York.
Is that why they secretly got rid of phone booths?
No, because they probably weren't making any money. They don't care if you get sick. No, it's all the advent of the cell phone. They weren't making no money. Because why is Peter at a telephone? He's calling Ben Urich. Where, Lilith? Where?
What?
Where's Spider-Man calling Ben Urich?
From a payphone.
No, where's Ben Urich at?
Oh, where is he? Santiago? What? I don't know.
At the Daily Bugle? Come on.
Was he?
Urich's at the Bugle. Where else would he be? The dude never goes home.
Oh, that's true. That's true. There's also a note, Marvel Team Up number 141. Thank you, Danny.
Thanks for helping me set up the joke, Lilith. Hey, Lilith, there's a joke coming.
It's the quarantine. Leave me alone.
Lilith, there's a joke coming.
You can edit that. It'll be fine. He was at the Daily Bugle, Philip.
Thank you, Lilith Hellfire. There's my edit. Okay. Oh man, another editor's note. Hey, Peter Parker, fancy hearing from you. Haven't seen you since we worked at Santiago story together. Get it? From Marvel Team Up 141.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Danny.
But it gives them the whole. It seems everyone in town knows about this big drug thing going down on the west.
The cops, cool.
I know. Reporters, underworld figures, everyone seems to know about this, but no one's saying nothing. I mean, I could see the crooks not wanting to call the cops, but how about Yurik? I know he wants the story, but can he be there with the cops?
Well, you work that kind of beat. I guess you have to be in the areas of gray, maybe.
Yeah. So we see, yes. So Kingpin has set up Rose to be the front man here, selling the heroin. So they set the drugs down. The Rose wants to get out of sight. This is no way to run a drug sale. Yeah, I'm just getting spooked, but I swear something's watching us as we see Black Cat over on one side, Spider-Man swings in from another side. The Answer
showed up at this point.
I know, literally now everyone in town knows about this drug deal.
Some might say it's a convergence. Oh wait, wrong company. Sorry.
Don't you dare mention that. Dirty word.
Hey, we got married Superman out of Convergence. I will never be mad at that.
True. Then we see Cloak and Dagger teleport in, but she's all weak, so she's like, you must be weakened too. And Cloak's like, there's enough light to be had. One knows where to look as he runs towards the crooks. Oh Lord.
So everybody's like, Dagger? So that's Dagger. Hello.
Hey, it's that Cloak guy we heard about. He's supposed to be a holy terror. Get it? They live in a church.
Yikes.
So they rush him. He absorbs them into the cave.
Wait, you're here too?
So Dagger's shooting the rest of the remaining bits of her light in the cloak, so he lets the guys go. I know, everyone's like, Dagger.
Look out! You're in danger!
She's like the new Marsha. Dagger.
She does kind of look like Marsha Brady, eh?
Exactly. Well, Marsha Brady never dressed like that.
Maybe Mrs. Brady.
Oh. Here's the story. Dagger, look out. You're in danger. Yes, of course, because our last player, Silvermane, comes crashing through the dock.
I just love the one panel where the guy's just in the corner. Oof. That just sums up this melee.
Yeah, everyone's trying to grab Dagger, but yeah, Silvermane's just swatting all the mobsters aside. Silvermane, somehow he must be the cause of Dagger's power drain.
Cat, no, you promised! Shut up, Peter. Just shut up.
Promises are made to be broken, lover. You ought to know that. Oh, snap.
Like Gwen Stacy's neck.
Oh!
It's the obvious joke. At me, I don't care. Fight me, nerds.
Oh, snap.
Fight me, Spider-Man nerds.
Aren't we the Spider-Man nerds?
We are.
I was going to say, we're no Moon Knight nerds, but we're Spider-Man nerds. Well, I'm both.
Perhaps I can use my cape. No capes!
Oh, so...
They didn't get the memo. No capes.
Oh, that's right. So the guys come out of the cloak or out of the
gooch.
You know he had to drop at least one.
Oh God. It is episode 69, to be fair, guys. We apologize.
Sausage.
I just told them
for the contagion, like every 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Like when there's just the empty silence, just sausage.
Oh, we'll get them live. But I was telling the guys on the Quantum Zone the other night, I'm just like, every other one of his drops really that he personally sent me, it's just, he was imitating you, but that one just came out of nowhere.
Sausage.
Kangaroo sausage, that is.
Oh, listen to Colin McCaper 76. Oh yeah, I kangaroo.
Yeah, Get on board or get left at the station.
Oh, listen to you. You were going to eat gator till you backed out.
Well, I can't eat it now. Everything's closed. How convenient.
Lil can't get her meat.
Sad story of my life. Anyway.
Oh.
I need some muscle and some meat. That's an old drop.
Oldie but goodie.
Oh, so can we kill this old man yet or not?
Be gentle with the package.
No, I don't think you have to be gentle with Silvermane's package. It's all metal. He can take it.
Well, I mean, the answer swoops down and grabs Dagger off of everybody. Because everyone's just battling it out, and then the answer just swoops down and grabs Dagger and flies off. And then underlings are trying to grab the drugs, and Silvermane and the underlings get pulled in the Cloak again.
I like how he's like, I like how the Rose has control over his underlings. I must mention this to the Kingpin, because apparently his minions are a rowdy bunch.
The rowdy bunch. So as...
Get her, Johnston! Get her!
So, yes, as Cloak's teleporting away with Silvermane and the goons, Spider-Man's like, oh, cool. Try to get him with a spider tracer, but he misses, of course. Now I've lost...
Black cat bad luck.
She is standing next to him. Now I've lost that and Dagger, and the city will pay for my mistake. Next issue, the final answer. If only.
He could have at least looked like Alex Trebek or something. I'm just saying. Spice it up.
Oh my lord! You think the answer is bad? Well, wait till we get to the spot.
No, I know. But the spot's not as bad, to be fair. The answer is like this just just egomaniac and just ugh.
Well, at least I was gonna say at least every 2 seconds the spot isn't throwing his name out.
Exactly.
I
asked a question. Get out of here. Get out of here. But I just like how everybody's just like, oh, Dagger's gone. No.
I know. And it's like, Spider-Man. Well, you've done it again, Spider-Man.
You have failed this city.
He does that on a weekly/monthly basis. It's fine. Don't let it be Christmas.
I know. It's not even the holidays. So what did you think of this tale, Lilith Hellfire?
Honestly, it could have used a little more Cloak and Dagger. I mean, if we were going to go this whole route.
I know, but they tried to cram so much into this. Cloak and Dagger, Silvermane,
too much.
Black Cat, Kingpin answer, and then, of course, we still had to stop and, like, check in on Peter Parker's personal life. I'm like, I think you had enough.
Flash and, it was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, I enjoyed it, though. I mean, it was fast-paced, but not in a good way. I think they could have slowed it down a little bit, but, they were working on some things for all the books, and so, they needed this to push forward, so I get it.
Again, if this was, like, a modern comic, this would have been, like, 6 issues at least.
I get it. But if this was modern comics, that would mean that Cloak and Dagger had a miniseries coming out, and we all know that ain't happening.
Yes, it'd be 6 issues of Spider-Man, and then it'd be like, oh, check out the 3-issue Cloak and Dagger miniseries to see where they went at the end of this issue.
Why are we so cynical and jaded? That's why.
Spend this.
But no, I like the artwork. I don't really know that much about Cloak and Dagger. Like I said, I watched 4 episodes of the show. I should finish that actually, now that I have time.
There you go.
I read a couple of their books, but it's just like the time it was written, it was like, I think they were a little bit too, they were a little ahead of the curve. Do you know what I mean? And just that writing, just, I don't.
They really weren't fleshed.
Reading Old Black Lightning, I'm just like, I can't. Yeah.
I haven't read a ton of Cloak and Dagger, but from what I remember, just, various appearances in Spider-Man and other books, they just never seem really fleshed out. It just seemed like what you see is what you get. It's like, oh, hey, we were street kids. We were drug addicts. We were this, we were that, Yeah.
And it's like Teen Titans does it better. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Solid B+ for me. B as in boy.
Oh, I didn't think you graded that high.
I mean, it's, costume. We're getting to the bottom of it.
That's true.
You know, I like when he fights with Felicia, to be honest. I think it's cute.
Bye, Felicia. Oh, Spectacular 100. We could say bye, Felicia.
Yes. But we did see her again.
I know, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
So should we get out of here because we don't have any feedback?
Hey man, he's busy running an Australian empire. Give him a break.
I know, and they didn't have reliable internet in their new place yet for a while. I think he has that settled, or I don't know. He still might be using data when he talks to us later.
Poor thing. Okay, yeah. Hit on with the shameless plugs, Philip. On that note,
big unit, the big bazooka.
Anyway, yes. So send us your thoughts. Oh, what's next? Let me pull up the handy dandy schedule.
Handy notebook.
Lilith's clues. Well, what's Lilith's favorite number? It starts with a 6, ends in a 9. Oh, next episode, you people, lucky people, will hear the next installment of the Scarlet Spider podcast. That's right. Power and responsibility. Peter and Ben finally become face to face.
Sausage party!
Did you say sausage?
Sausage!
But yes, next time will be Scarlet Spider, Power and Responsibility from Web 117, Amazing Spider-Man 394, Spider-Man 51, and Spectacular 217.
Yeah, whatever. Ben Reilly, Spider-Man's clone. He's the guy. He's got a sweatshirt. Yeah, that's how you know he's different. And he's a blonde hair.
Thank you, Boston.
You guys are such a mess.
But next time with Lilith Hellfire, for the first episode of May,
Free comic book month! Yay!
I don't know if you're getting
Not
it
that
this
we're
year,
able
though.
to go outside and enjoy it, but it's fine.
They might be. I thought, didn't they cancel that? Or do
Yeah,
it
they
later?
canceled it.
But Justin Timberlake's favorite month, starting off May.
Hey!
I love that. I love that meme this year. Roses are red. April was gray. By the time we get to go out next, it'll be
Internet and memes.
Anyway, so yes, next time with Lilith, beginning of May, we'll be talking Marvel Team Up 145 and Amazing Spider-Man 256 and 257, featuring the first appearance of Puma. Not the running shoe. Oh, I think
it's a soccer shoe, you animal.
Sorry, old lady. I couldn't remember. But yes.
That was where my first pair of Pumas came from for soccer, so. Oh, excuse me. Football,
yeah.
In case we have an international audience.
That's right.
Gobble, gobble.
So, yes, and that Marvel Team Up 145 is Spider-Man teaming up with Iron Man, but not the Tony Stark Iron Man, people.
Bait and switch.
It's the James Rhodes Iron Man. Rhodey was Iron Man at this point. This was during the classic Tony Stark is pulling a Lilith Hellfire and is too drunk to get to work.
I've never been too drunk to get to work. Except for podcasting, maybe once or twice.
Oh, my Lord. There's my drop. I've never been too drunk to get to work. All right, so send us your thoughts on Scarlet Spider, on more alien costumes, Saga. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, follow Ultimate Spider-Cast and all the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekick shows on social media, all in one convenient place. That's Linktree. That's linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And remember to support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. And when you buy everything these days, go support this. Use the Southgate Media Group link for Amazon because, Lilith can't wait 9 days. Use the link for Amazon. Won't affect you at all, but it'll help support this show and the network. Put some money in Master Doom Rob Southgate's pocket. Because these, believe it or not, do cost money.
Go back and look at my history. and you will find out I am right so much more often than I'm wrong. I get so much right.
Okay.
Mark
I get
my
it
words.
canceled. Stop mocking Rob.
Hey, he's got so much red on his ledger by just mocking me for Gotham.
Mark my words.
Lilith Hellfire.
If you nerds want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, and of course on the gram at Lilith Hellfire 69.
It's got a hair trigger.
How you doing, Felicia?
How you doing?
Hello, Megan.
Who's Megan?
Who's Megan? Who's Megan?
All right, so I can't believe 2 issues and we still went over an hour. Anyway,
Phil and Lil, I'll tell you what.
we just love to flap our gums. Say, all right. Again, come back next time for your Scarlet Spider Sausage Party, followed by Marvel Team Up 145 and Amazing Spider-Man 256 and 257. First appearance of Puma. Mary Jane Watson drops a bombshell. But until then, swing on back.